How to be confident in your natural hair. Let's get straight into this. Step one, do you know your hair? I mean, like, do you really know your hair? Do you know what it likes, what it doesn't like, what it needs, what it doesn't need, the attributes, when it thrives, when it's dying, when it, all type of stuff. Do you know how much heat can it take? Do you know, does it look better wet or stretched? Do you know what products best serve it? Do you know how often it needs to be washed? If you don't know most of these things, you have to first and foremost understand that in order to be confident in your hair, you have to get to know it. And let me tell you, this can take some time. It may not take 5 months, 2 months, 1 week. It's not gonna shoot. It may take you 5 years. It took me about 5 years, to be completely honest, and I'm still learning my hair. But building a bond with your hair, getting to know your hair, let me tell you what it looks like during your hair care regimen. That's the best time to spend time with your hair. You're touching it, you're feeling on it, you're washing it, you're conditioning, you're deep conditioning it, you're seeing how much is breaking, how much is shedding. That is the perfect time to bond with your hair and pay attention to any patterns, pay attention to any deficiencies or anything of that sort. So do you know your hair? Also, getting to know your hair can look like reading hair care books. Like I read The Science of Black Hair, which taught me a lot about my hair and allowed me to really take control of my tresses. Next thing, number 2, dealing with negative comments. Let's be real. Let's get a little bit real here. How do I deal with negative comments? How do I deal with backlash? What if people say something mean about my hair? How do I go about this? I talked about microaggressions that people make on natural hair. You can go check out that video too if you would like. But even dealing with microaggressions or even just someone blatantly downplaying your hair, that can be very anxiety inducing and can make you feel inadequate. Because I can attest to this myself. When I first cut my natural hair, and I felt so alive. I was really feeling it. I was confident at first, but then when it dawned on me, like, mahogany, and this is exactly what I wanted to happen, I knew I had to take care of my hair. That's exactly why I cut it. But dealing with the backlash, people used to me with the long bundles going down my butt. People used to that mahogany. They not used to this. Y'all should have seen my hair before, but they not used to. I actually have a natural hair journey video, but they not used to the mahogany with a short TWA with kinks and coils. They not used to that. I had to deal with laughs. I had to deal with, why would you even do that? So let me tell you what my mother told me is that you have to respond with education. So that's why it's important to know your hair and really know it, the education of it, the history of it, but also yours. And you have to understand that when you go on this journey, you are really going down a path of leadership because a lot of people around me, like me and my mother did it together. My mother did it first, then I went after her. But a lot of people around me at the time, like my close people, they weren't natural. They was wearing wigs just like how I was wearing. So I really didn't wear wigs like that, but I wore sew-ins. So I kind of felt lonely, those times I just didn't know what to do with my hair, walking around. It looked a hot mess. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes it did, but I let myself make mistakes. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I was working at Home Goods. This was a while ago. I was still in college, had to be about 18, 19. And I had my hair out in an afro. I had just got it blown out, and a coworker came up to me and was like, she was a white lady. And she was like, oh, what's going on with your hair? I like when you wear your hair the other way. And she was referring to when I had it braided up. And she was like, oh yeah, no, it looks better the other way. And then she was like, do you wear like the extensions that they have out? And I said, no, this is my hair. This is the way my hair grows out on my head. She was like, oh, like as if I had the audacity to defend myself. But I said, this is the way my hair grows out of my scalp. And you tell people the same thing. This is the way my hair grows out of my scalp. But every day you work towards making sure your hair is soft, supple, manageable, thriving, and surviving. But I want you to know, it may not look like that all the time. my natural hair is different. She be different every day. Like, that's why when it look cute, I take advantage. I make about 55 videos because I know the next day I don't know. But that's the part of natural hair. That's the part what makes natural hair beautiful, is the fact that it's so versatile. But I just want you to really understand that. Defend yourself with education. The next thing is also be aware of the compliments you get, because I got a lot of compliments too. Like, people really were very supportive as well, especially having my mother. That was very important because she did my hair a lot. But I'm telling you, don't forget about the positive comments either. I also recommend joining like Facebook support groups, natural hair groups. I know they probably have some. And also meeting some girls who are natural too, because that can make you feel a sense of belonging. Anything you're trying to endure or anything you're trying to learn, I really recommend finding people who are going through the same thing. And sometimes when it feels like you're alone, you have to be that brave soul to speak up, and you'll be surprised how many people feel the exact same way you do. The next thing, okay, and I'm getting into like logical, like the emotional and mental stuff. If you guys notice, I'm not really speaking too much about like the hair care. Because to be honest, y'all, I'm still learning that myself. Even though my hair is thriving, I feel like I want to get to a certain place before I start throwing little tips at y'all. Because I know the common things, but I'm gonna touch on it. But I'm not even about to be like that. So the next thing is, you have to understand that some days you will mess up. Some days you will look a mess. Some days you will feel like giving up. And that's okay. But you keep going, and you keep learning, and you keep researching, and you keep connecting. The next tip. Okay. I had it in my head, but I forgot. This is what I did. So when my hair was short, I got natural hair clip-ins off Amazon. When I tell y'all, it looked like my exact hair. The clip-ins were this length. My hair is now the length of the weave I used to wear. Woo! That is a blessing, okay? But basically, I remember, like, I didn't like how short my hair was because I big chopped my hair twice. And the second time, it was a hot mess. So what I did was I ordered me some natural hair clip-ins. So just keep in mind too, if you're gonna switch to natural hair, you don't always have to wear your real hair out. You can even get hair that's like your hair, because that will help you be more accepting. If you go get straight Brazilian bundles and you just big chopped, and you know, the whole purpose of this is to really go natural, to really understand your hair. So get you some clip-ins. I'll link the clip-ins I got down below. I'll probably even include some pictures too, so y'all can really see like how dope my hair looked with the clip-ins. The next thing that I want to talk about as well, what is being natural? Being natural is about really getting to know your hair. See, in my opinion, I think a true natural is someone who embraces their hair, which in return they embrace themselves. I'm not saying you're not a natural if you don't have a perm, but there is a different type of experience, a different type of energy and vibe between a person who wears sew-ins but is natural and a person who rocks their natural hair. Because in that process, we are literally embodying our natural, authentic selves, and something beautiful happens in that process. And you wouldn't get it if you're not there. You wouldn't get it. Like what Fab said, that was the 90s. Y'all wouldn't get it. You had to be there. That's why I'm glad to be here. Some of us never made it. Y'all think it was hard to cry. Y'all think I just love it. All right, no, but I'm serious though. It's a difference. It's a true difference. Last tip, I'm gonna get into a little hair care. I'm gonna touch on some things I know right off rip that I know y'all probably heard, but my hairstylist just told me something very important that I never knew. I knew the moisture, alternate between moisture and protein, but there is a difference between hydration and moisture. So you have to have a hydration shampoo and conditioner, a moisture shampoo and conditioner, and a protein shampoo and conditioner. So now I know I need to go get me some hydration shampoo and conditioners too. That is something that is extremely important. Make sure you are also honoring your hair's needs. So natural hair by default is dry. So I always lean more towards moisture products because my hair is always it's always dry. Protein I use probably like once every other month because my hair, all hair needs protein, but I just feel like my hair be more like water. I need water. Like my hair more so be dry. Next thing, make sure obviously you sleep with a satin bonnet. I get my satin bonnets from K Creations. Her bonnets are absolutely amazing. Another thing as far as hair care is you need to this is a big one. You need to figure out if your hair is best stretched or wet. So it took me a long time to learn this. I wish somebody would have told me this, but I realized I was doing a lot of post wash styles, like wet styles. So I would twist my hair in its wet state. And my hair, no. My hair is best when it's stretched. Like it's best like that. I just got it blown out because I got my ends trimmed, but I don't put heat in my hair a lot. I haven't put my heat in my hair over a year. And now I just learned this whole hydration thing. So I'm like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense because that will help me retain length a ton. But yes, you need to experiment with that because, okay, so when you wash your hair, you condition, you deep condition, you apply your leave-in conditioner, right? And maybe you're going to let it air dry. So you might braid it. You might twist it. That's what I do. I either braid it or twist it. And then the next day, how does your hair look and feel? Is it hard, soft, or supple? Is it manageable? Does it look right? Is it presentable? How does your hair look? That is very important and a very serious determinant factor on your hair journey because that will help you a ton. Because if your hair is better when it's stretched and you doing a lot of wet styling, that could mess your hair up. Because I really feel like when my hair is wet, it's styled, it just don't look right. I like my hair like this. I like it nice and bouncy and flowy, and it's always thriving like this when it is stretched. It just feels a whole lot better. The next hair, being confident in your natural hair, what I want you to understand is that weave is an accessory, not a necessity. Audrey Davis brought this to my attention in her book, and this was something I discovered throughout my own journey. So you want weave to be an accessory. You're wearing it because you really want to wear it and you want something different, not because you're trying to hide your real hair. Understand, you have to accept it first, but if you're around people who don't accept it, they don't accept you. I believe your hair is you. It's where you come from. It's your essence. Those roots are connected to truth. So understand, if somebody isn't accepting of your hair, they are not accepting of you. Thank you so much. How to be confident in your natural hair.